Hello everyone, ATR here and welcome back to the Hearthstone beta. So the arena run with our shaman ended in a 5 win count. so yeah, that's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and jump into another arena. This time it is not for free, so we're gonna have to pay ourselves some 150 gold. Get in there. And what do we choose? Well, we're not gonna go for another shaman, we already tried that. Mage is okay. Rogue, I'm not that very fond of. They were arguably OP last, well, not arguably, they were OP when the game came out. So after some balance changes, they are, I don't really like them that much. They're not bad, but you know, they're not amazing. So I guess we're gonna go with the Mage. Yeah, why not? I don't know. I'm not convinced. Mage isn't my favorite class or anything, but yeah, why not? Let's go for Mage.
You asked for it.
We got our Flyer Blast. Choose that. There we go. So we start off with our rare Acer Drake, Abomination, or Vaporize. Vaporize is very nice. It's a secret and says when a minion attacks your hero, destroy it. However, I mean, it can be very awesome. You know, you can kill a big dude. However, you know, a decently average or okay opponent will most of the time try to bait out your secrets to find out what it is, and he's going to attack you with a weak unit to see if it is a Vaporize. So a lot of times it doesn't work. Abomination is pretty cool, pretty weird, however. It's a 4/4 taunt, but the death rattle is deal 2 damage to all characters. So in the right situation it can clear out his board, but in the wrong situation it'll, you know, clear you out or even kill you. So the Azure Drake is a pretty solid card. I think we're going to go with that. It's spell damage +1, which is awesome for a mage. It's a draw card, and it's a 4/4, which isn't, you know, that good for 5, but, you know, all those text there just makes it an awesome card. So Azure Drake is... Now, we get, let's see, Frostwolf Grunt, Priestess of Elune, and Gurubashi Berserker. We're going to go with this. Frostwolf Grunt, 2/2 taunt, not that great. Priestess of Elune, a 5/4 for 6, again, not that great. It does restore 4 health to your hero, but, you know, if you're playing decently, most of the times you shouldn't need it. But the Gurubashi Berserker, it's excellent for a mage because it has the sort of enrage ability, but it's a little bit different. It says whenever the minion takes damage, gain +3 attack, meaning that I can use my own fireball to hit it for 1 and enrage it so that it attacks for +3 and keep on doing that until, well, it dies. So we're gonna go with the Berserker. And let's see, Ice Barrier, Arcane Intellect, or Youthful Brewmaster. Ice Barrier is kind of a lame secret. It says as soon as your hero is attacked, gain 8 armor. I don't value that much. It's essentially just a heal. I mean, it can save you from some tough spots, but unless you're playing a gimmicky deck where you're trying to burn him out with, say, Pyroblast and just live to that point, I don't see it being very useful. Arcane Intellect is pretty good. Draw cards, 2 cards for 3 cost. Not the best costing, you know, draw card, but it's okay. And then we have the Youthful Brewmaster, which is return a friendly minion from the battlefield to your hand. Now, I kind of want to go with the Arcane Intellect just to have some draw card, but I like this, especially if I can combo it with the Gurubashi Berserker or the Acer Drake. You know, those battle cries coming out into the field again, they help out. Or the Gurubashi Berserker, I can, you know, bring it out if it stays alive and rage it, hit for a while, and once it's a little bit too low in health, I can bring it back to my hand with this and then send it out again. So it might allow for some good combos. I might regret not having this if I don't get any draw card, but I think I want to go with the Brewmaster. And it's a 2/3 for 2, which is okay too. Spellbreaker, hands down, that's what we're going to take. The other ones are Earthen Ring Farseer, restore 3 health. This you can do to anything, either yourself or a minion, which is okay. It's a 3/3 for 3, which is not amazing. Then you got the Voodoo Doctor, it's a 1 cost 2/1, which restores 2 health. Again, you can use it on anything else, which makes it okay, but not that amazing. But the Spellbreaker, silence a minion, a 4/3 for 4, it's just excellent, so we're going to take that. Next, we get the choice between a Leper Gnome, a Stormwind Knight, and a Silverhand Knight. Silverhand Knight is always an awesome card. It's a very good value. It's a 4/4 for 5, which summons a 2/2 when you cast it. So, pretty awesome there. 2 units and, you know, split stats. Stormwind Knight, not that great. It's a 2/5 charge, which means it probably will survive, but dealing only 2 damage, that charge isn't really that useful. And Leper Gnome is a weird one. I'm kind of tempted to take it, but I'm going to take this instead because it's just a solid card. But the Leper Gnome is a 2/1 for 1, and the Death Rattle is deal 2 damage to the enemy minion. So, you know, even if it doesn't manage to get a swinging into your hero or anything else, it still deals 2 damage to the hero when it dies. And you can also combo it yourself, like say hit him for 2 and then ping him with your own fireball and kill it, and it deals him another 2 damage, you know, instead of your just 1. Rare situations where it might, you know, be useful to do that, but you know, it's an option. But in this case, I just want to have, although it is a 1 cost and I don't have 1 cost just yet. I might regret it later on, but I think I'm going to go with the Leopardome just to have some earlier game. Still very early on, so we don't know what we're going to get, but just in case. Dread Corsair is a pretty good card, but doesn't help in this for this hero. It's a 3/3 taunt for 4, which isn't, you know, it's bad, but it has text that says cost 1 less per attack of your weapon. So for say a warrior, it's a pretty awesome card. You just put out that the Fiery War Axe, which has 3 damage, and this guy costs you 1. So I mean, very easy to get it out there and pretty strong for that cost. Voodoo Doctor, we already said what we thought about it. I really don't like it. And then we got Ice Barrier, which I guess is really the best out of these 3 cards. Maybe we can do something else with the secrets, but essentially it's just an 8 heal, you know, an 8-point heal for 3, which I guess, you know, we could do worse. Now it gives us the option of a Cobalt Geomancer, which is a 2/2 for 2. Not that great, but spell damage plus 1 is great for a sorcerer or mage, whatever. Polymorph, really good for getting rid of those nasty threats. But we also have a Mana Worm, which says whenever you cast a spell, gain plus 1 attack. I do have, I mean, only 1 spell at this point, which is the Ice Barrier. Kind of want to take the Mana Worm because it's a very good early creature to play. Polymorph is also good though, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with the Mana Worm, hoping that I get more spells later on. I should. I mean, it's a mage, right? There we go, more spells. Now, Novice Engineer. I mean, we already talked about the Earthen Ring Farseer. Novice Engineer is a 1/2 for 2, which is bad essentially, but it draws a card as soon as it comes out, so that's why you want it. But we also have the Cone of Cold, which says freeze a minion and the minion next to it and deal 1 damage to them. And obviously this, you know, benefits from things like the Asher Drake spell damage. So yeah, we want a little bit more spells in this guy, so let's go ahead and get that Cone of Cold. Cobalt Geomancer, Dragonling Mechanic, and the Goldshire Footman. Goldshire Footman is a 1/2 taunt, not that great. This one is okay. It's a 2/4 for 4, and it summons a 2/1, which, you know, could be better. Like I said, the Silverhand Knight is way better than this one, but it does cost 5 instead of 4. I think in this case we're going to take that Geomancer just to have that extra spell damage. Maybe we can pull it out, you know. We can combo this with the Cone of Cold at turn 5 and deal 2 damage and potentially clear out more stuff. So yeah, we'll just we'll get the Geomancer. Another rare. Interesting choice. I'm probably gonna go with the Asher Drake. Murloc Tidecaller we're not gonna get because, well, 1, we're a mage, so we really shouldn't be playing Murlocs, and 2, we can't guarantee that we're gonna get more Murlocs. It says whenever a Murloc is summoned, gain plus 1 attack, which is cool. You put this out on turn 1, then you know, get more Murlocs out there and start rolling in with the damage. But you know, we can't guarantee we're gonna get that, so no. This we already saw, it's pretty solid. And this one is very interesting, but I don't know if I want to rely on it. It's Wild Pyromancer, 3/2 for 2, and it has the effect of after you cast a spell, deal 1 damage to all minions. So that's pretty good. I mean, you do that, you Cone of Cold something, and then everything also gets hit for an extra 1 damage. It's very nice. I'm tempted to take it, but the Asher Drake is just so solid that I think I might just want to take that instead, and I am. Arcane Explosion, pretty good. Clearing out the field from low-cost creatures. If you can get spell damage on that, you know, you just snowballs. And the Mana Worm can benefit from that early on, so yeah. Nightblade, I don't really like. It's 4/4 for 5. It deals 3 damage to the hero when it comes out, but meh. The Dragonling Mechanic, I already talked about it. It's an okay card, but I think I want to have more spells out there. So it looks like we're going to be going spell heavy. Fairy Dragon is a pretty good card. I think I want to take that. Frost Nova is also very tempting. The problem is it doesn't do damage. All it does is delay. It freezes all minions for 2 costs. But this guy is a 3/2 for 2, but it can't be targeted by spells. So he has to hit him, you know, with a minion pretty much all the time, or hit him himself if he has a weapon. So yeah, we're going to put that out. It's pretty strong. Then we got the Nightblade. I said I don't like that. The Boulder Fist Ogre is pretty good. It's a 6/7 for 6. Not the best, but it's a, you know, a standard monster. You know, nothing special about it. And then you have the Venture Co-Mercenary of 5, which has 7/6, so it's very, very strong. I mean, it's stronger than the Ogre pretty much. Hits for more, but you know, a little bit less health, but costs 1 less. But the effect on it is that your minions cost 3 more. So if I start going spell heavy, I wouldn't really care because, you know, I wouldn't be summoning that many minions, and you can't summon it that early. So I am gonna take that Venture Co-Mercenary. Then we got the Novice Engineer again, the Leper Gnome once more. We could go with 2. Shieldwind Jetty is just a solid card all around. Pretty much every class can benefit from it. So as much as I want this card draw, we are still about halfway, so I'm going to go with the Shieldwind Jetty. Card draw here, Fang Creeper and Reckless Rocketeer. This is essentially removal because it only has 2 health, so you summon it and hit something for 5 to get it out of the field, or maybe just finish off your opponent. Fang Creeper's pretty good, 6/3 for 5. It's a little bit more costly than the Senjin Shieldmaster, only gives you 1 more health, but you know, it does the job. It hits decently hard enough. So yeah, we're gonna take that Fang Creeper just to have some taunt. Another rare option. Imp Master is a 1/5 for 3, very awkward number, and it's very special. It says, at the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to this minion and summon a 1/1 Imp. So this is very useful for things like the, what do you call it, the Knife Juggler. You know, you put this out there, and the Knife Juggler at the end of each turn is still going to throw another knife because it's going to be summoning stuff. The Injured Blade Master is an okay card. It's a 4/7, which seems awesome for 3, but the battle cry is deal 4 damage to himself, meaning that it comes out as a 4/3. This card, you usually see it either used on priests, because, well, the priest can heal it up and, you know, get it stronger, or on warriors, which have a lot of effects for stuff that, or minions that are damaged. Sorry about that. So yeah, I mean, for the mage, it isn't really that useful. It's an okay card, but no. Stampeding Kodo isn't that great, but it is a type of removal that we could potentially use. It says, destroy a random enemy minion with 2 or less attack. Problem is that it's random, you can't target it, so it's not reliable. But, you know, it can sometimes, you know, be the deciding factor. It is a 3/5 for 5, which again is not awesome, but... What do I take in this case? I kind of want to take the Kodos just because of the potential removal on that. The Imp Master, if I had already, you know, pulled out a Knife Juggler, I might take the Imp Master. But if I don't get anything like that, the Imp Master doesn't really help me out that much. I mean, there's no buffs for all your minions with the Mage, like say the Shaman's Bloodlust or something like that the Imps could potentially use in a turn or something. So yeah, I guess from this choice, I'm gonna go with the Kodo. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a Knife Juggler later on, right? It's gonna be stupid. Now, I already talked about these two, and I like them, and I would take either of them, but they're giving me the choice of both. But they're also tossing a Fireball on top of that, and a Fireball is awesome. It's 6 damage to whatever target you want for 4. It's a spell. We want it. Simple choice. And here we go. Another Arcane Explosion, the Tauren Warrior. Now, the Tauren Warrior, a lot of people don't like. I kind of like it because of the Enrage, but only on a Mage class because I can make it hit harder. But obviously, you don't want to be damaging your taunt guys, which, you know, makes it kind of stupid to have. I would take it if it wasn't for the fact that it's giving me Mirror Image as another option, which is a 1-cost spell that summons 2 0/2 taunters. So it's a block there, essentially. So yeah, we're going to take that Mirror Image instead of the Arcane Explosion or the Tauren. Another Mirror Image comes out. I prefer it to the Ice Barrier and the Grimscale Oracle. We don't want Murlocs in Arena, pretty much. It's too much of a gamble, so second Mirror Image. It's great. Here comes another rare Questing Adventurer. That is a very, very solid card. It's a 2/2 for 3, which is horrible with those stats. But the text of it says whenever you play a card, gain +1/+1, meaning that it gets out of control ridiculously fast. If it's not dealt with immediately on the next turn after it's cast, it snowballs out of control. Then you got Secret Keeper. For 1 cost, it's a 1/2, but it says whenever a secret is played, gain +1/+1. It's an okay card for a mage, but we only have 1 secret so far, and I don't plan on getting more unless, you know, they give me really good ones or only secrets. So, I mean, at this point, all that card can become is a 2/3. which is okay for a 1 cost, but I would have to also have this on the hand, which I can't always count on. And then you have Counterspell. It's another secret that, you know, unfortunately enough, they're giving me the option of both. Otherwise, I could have this and then take this. The secret, it says when your opponent casts a spell, counter it. So essentially, whenever anything that is a spell, you know, not a minion, is used, it doesn't work. So pretty solid, but a little bit unreliable too. So from these choices, I'm going to take the Questing Adventurer because that is just a solid card. And then we have a clear choice. Magma Rager, I don't like this one. It's a 5/1 for 3. And you might say, wow, 5 damage for a 3 cost? That's awesome, but it only has 1 health, so it dies immediately. And it doesn't even have charge to like come out and hit for 5. Maybe, you know, if you had a warrior that, you know, you could give it charge, like say with a Warsong Commander, it would be kind of okay as a 3 cost 5 damage removal, but yeah, most of the time this is crappy. Then you got the Goldshire Flutman, a 1/2 taunt, which is no, and the Amani Berserker. This is excellent for a mage because, like I said, we can ping it and do damage, and it's a 2/3 for 2 that enrages with +3 attack, so it makes it a 5/2 or 5/1 depending if you keep it alive. So Amani Berserker it is. Another rare. Oh no, there's the Knife Juggler I was talking about. This is so good. It would have worked with that Imp Master very well. So Knife Juggler is a 3/2 for 2, and it says after you summon a minion, deal +1 damage to a random enemy. And then we have Arcane Golem is charge. So it's a 4/2 with charge, costing 3, which is nice. But the battle cry says give your opponent a mana crystal, which is something that you usually don't want to be doing. So we're going to skip that. And I would take the Knife Juggler, but since it gave me the option upside down, if I had chosen Knife Juggler first and then the Imp Master, it would have been an okay combo to hope for sometimes. But it gives me a Blizzard too, and a Blizzard is awesome. It's deal 2 damage to all enemy minions and freeze them. So it's an AoE effect, and if it doesn't kill anything, it freezes it for that turn. So we are actually going to go with the Blizzard. I might regret that about the Knife Juggler, but you know, it's fine. So now we have choices between the Murloc Tidehunter, the Novice Engineer, and the Gnomish Inventor. Now, the Murloc Tidehunter, normally you don't want Murlocs, but this one is an okay card even if you're not planning on using a lot of Murlocs, because it's a 2/1 for 2 that summons a 1/1 when it spawns. So it's 2 cards for 1, so it's generally a little bit more annoying to deal with than just 1 card. However, Novice Engineer, draw a card. I mean, we don't have any card draw at this point, so I think I'm going to go with that. Gnomish Inventor is the same thing. It's a 2/4 for 4. This is a 1/2 for 2, so essentially just multiply it. But because this is, you know, just 2 damage and 4 cost, I think I prefer to get the Novice Engineer and maybe get it out early and try to, you know, get that card advantage and keep it, which is going to be hard if I don't get more card draw. So there goes the Novice Engineer. Loot Hoarder, that's an okay card as well. It's more draw. Cult Master, however, is even better. It says whenever one of your other minions dies, draw a card. And it's a 4/2, which means it hits pretty hard. It is only 2 health, so it dies. Tauren Warrior, like I said, if I had crappier choices, I would take it because I like the ability to enrage it if I wanted to, if necessary. But yeah, in this case, since I need card draw, I'm going to go with the Cult Master and hopefully be able to trigger it. And then we have Icelands, Silverback Patriarch, and Polymorph. Silverback Patriarch, I don't really like that much. It's a 1/4 for 3. I mean, it has 4 health, meaning it probably takes a couple hits in the beginning, but since it only hits for 1, most stuff can hit it without really any problem. Usually, you don't want it unless you're a hunter and you want to rely on the fact that it's a beast, but otherwise, yeah, I mean, it's kind of not that good. Polymorph, like I said, it's great because of that ability to transform anything. And Icelands is okay if you can combo it with something that freezes. It's a 1-cost spell that says freeze a character, but if it was already frozen, deal 4 damage instead, which is very, very strong. But I don't have, well, I do have some freeze, but not a lot of it. I mean, yeah, I have 2 spells, but that's about it. I mean, I have a Kona Colt and the Blizzard, and that's it. If I had, you know, 2 of each of these, maybe I would take the Icelands because it's more reliable, but no, I think I'm going to go with the Polymorph this time just to have that Polymorph in hand in case something big comes out. No, the Sen'jin Shieldmaster, Mirror Entity, all these are great actually. Sen'jin Shieldmaster, pretty much the best taunt in my opinion. I mean, it's not the strongest or anything, but for the cost, the 3/5, you know, comes out early, difficult to remove, hits very hard, especially at that point in the game. Solid card all around, you usually want to take that when you can. However, we are giving the option to draw cards, and I don't have a lot of card draws just yet, so I might take this. Mirror Entity, again, is another secret that is kind of cool, but you know, easily baited for something crappy. It says when your opponent plays a minion, summon a copy of it, which can be very good or, you know, very meh. But, you know, because we don't have card draw, I think I'm just gonna go with this. I may regret this later on, but we only have 4 more choices besides it. So yeah, let's get that card draw going. Mirror Entity once again. Sorcerer's Apprentice. Your spells cost 1 less. This is a very solid card. It's a 3/2 for 2, which is already very strong, and it reduces your spells for 1. So you can cost things like Arcane Explosions for just 1 and things like that. So Mirror Image for free. So, you know, not bad. Silver Moon Guardian is a solid card. It's a 3/3 for 4, but it has Divine Shield, meaning that it takes 2 hits to kill. So it's, you know, a little bit of a nuisance to remove. And like I said, Mirror Entity is pretty good. I kind of want to take it, but the Sorcerer Apprentices is just too sweet. Look at her. I mean, come on. Look at that tiny thing. Yeah, we're going to take that. I don't know if that was the right choice. Mad Bomber, pretty hilarious. It can go very well or very bad. I don't think I want it in this deck. Deal 3 damage, randomly split between all other characters. So you can hit yourself 3 times when you spawn it, and it's not going to care. Thalmor Farseer is pretty decent card. It's Wind Fury, 2/3, so no additional effects, but it is a threat because of the Wind Fury, meaning it can hit twice. So usually gets removed pretty quickly. Ice Barrier, more spells just to gain armor. I don't really like that. I think I'm just gonna go for the Thalmor Farseer. Have more units on the field. 2 cards left. The Flame Strike, that's definitely going in. Flame Strike, deal 4 damage to all enemy minions. 7 coster. Fairy Dragon, I already said I like that, but it's giving us a Flame Strike. Sorcerer Apprentices, at least we got 1, so let's go with that. And lastly, we get ourselves another rare, Wild Pyromancer. I think we might take that, although the Crazed Alchemist is an okay option too. Murloc Tidecaller, I already talked about that one, and, well, the Crazed Alchemist says, Battlecry, swap the attack and health of a minion. That is pretty cool. You can use it on your own minions if you want something to hit harder. Like, I don't know. Well, yeah, let's just go with, for this example, the Cult Master, you can swap it and give it 4 health instead of, 2 attack and 4 health instead of the other way around to make sure that it lasts a little bit longer. Or you can use it on the enemy, you know, just to make a big threat, as far as damage, less. Also, say for example you use a mirror image and you use it on that, it actually kills it because as it turns its health to 0, it dies. So it's an okay card and I might want to take it. I don't know about the Wild Pyromancer. I mean, I like this because it deals 1 damage to all minions. The problem is that it deals it to himself. So most that I can get out of that effect is 2 casts. I do have quite a bit of spells. Let's see, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, all these other guys. No, 10. Okay, so I have 10 spells. So those are a decent amount of chances to actually get the Wild Pyromancer to trigger. So yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna take that one just in case. It might be a weird play, but maybe we can get it to work. So there we go. That is our amazing deck that we ended up building. Very weird setup on it. The curve is all over the place. Very high 2s and very high 5s. I mean, there's a lot of 5s out there that I'm not going to be able to use a lot of the time, but, well, I mean, at least we have some type of card draw with the Aesir Drakes and the Novice Engineers. And then we have Arcane Intellect. So yeah, I think we have an okay amount of card draw. Not the best, but maybe it'll work. So let's go ahead and head straight in and hopefully win, right? I mean, this is what we want. We want to win. Winning! So, let's see. Click on your hero while editing a deck to change your deck's name. Well, we're playing the arena, so we can't actually name the decks. It's just the arena deck. So we've been going for about 24 minutes, so I don't think we're going to finish the arena here, but oh well. Jane! Oh, great, and we go up against another mage. So, not much there as far as...
My magic will tear you
well, we start with the
apart.
Leper Gnome, so at least we can cast that to start with. He could coin into his Fireball and kill it if he wants to, but, well, that's going to draw the coin out. Oh, no, I didn't want the Blizzard out. Oh, what I'm stupid. That might cost me the game. Wow. That was the stupidest move I've done. Okay, well, let's go ahead and bring out the Leperno.
Job's done.
And end our turn. If it looks a little bit stuttery, it's because it is. I am currently rendering the,
Job's
Wait,
done.
no, I'm not. Am I? No, I'm not. Why is it taking so long? Huh. Weird. I thought I was rendering the other game, but...
It's time for a little blood.
Well, that's bad news for me. It's, a Money Berserker, however, is gonna die, so... yeah. So what we're gonna do is simply... hit it for 2. And hit him for 1. So there goes the Money Berserker. He also takes 2 additional damage. I could summon the mirror images, but I think I want to wait until I have something that benefits from being protected, because otherwise he just can start pinging at it without any real issues. Huh. Not entirely
Do you need
sure.
a blessing?
What? Oh, he's gonna use the one that gets
We
swung.
must
There we go.
cleanse
Nice
the
move
sun
there.
well.
It's a decent move. Gives it 4. Very nice. So I'm actually gonna go with the well played there.
Well played.
So the Cult Master dies to any of these. This thing dies to any of this, but trades with only the Priestess, so she's probably gonna hit it with this, so it doesn't really help me much.
What to
I
do?
think we kind of have to
What to
just...
do?
What to do exactly? I guess I should summon this and get a mirror image out there to draw his attacks for a little bit. And hoping he doesn't have much out there, so... Fairy Dragon comes out, he can't target it, and we summon 2 1/1 taunts. I mean, 2 0 2 taunts, that is. So let's go ahead and pass. So yeah, our frames are actually down to 24. I don't know why. I thought it was because it was processing the other game, but it doesn't look like it. So summons the guy there, goes for my taunters, and gives the Crusader an extra health. Ugh. Okay, so I can Blizzard here and deal 2 damage to all of them, except that the only one that would die is the Priestess. I need to get rid of the Priestess because it's snowballing the guy's health. If I do this and hit the Priestess, I at least get a card out of that, but I don't think I just want to do it for 1 card.
I wonder.
And this thing dies, although it does hit the stuff a little bit. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to play the lay of game. So Fang Creeper comes out, and we kill the Priestess, even though it's gonna kill our own stuff, because we don't want to give him more health to this stuff over here. So he can hit it with both and keep both of his stuff on the field, which is very annoying for me. Next turn, however, I might... Oh, great, Polymorph. That's even worse. So he goes... Oh, wait, no, he actually doesn't even go for me. Okay, he didn't want me popping that shield, I guess. Okay, so here we can... We can put down the Cult Master and get another mirror image out there, so he has to hit both of them once again and give me cards. If he wants, he can polymorph that again,
What to
so...
do? What to do?
Or die! Or both.
Job's done.
So if he asks Blizzard, maybe it'll trigger... I don't know. Fuck. Okay, well, we're losing this game. This is not going very well. Okay, so what can we do in this situation? We can ping here and Blizzard, and that is really what we have to do. So, doing that. Blizzard. It's gonna leave that other guy alive at 1 health, so we can kill him next time. And now we can start bringing our stuff on the field. Oh my god, this is not going well. Not going well at all. Acer Drake comes out, big thread, draws him a card. He can fireball me if he wants to. Probably gonna do that. Well, Fire Blast. His own Wild Power Master comes out. Meaning with 2 or less attack, so this doesn't help me at all. This guy can enrage 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm gonna have to put out the Shieldwind Yeti.
I wonder.
Yeah, Shieldwind Yeti, Amani Berserker, and kill that guy. All that we can really do.
It's time for a little blood.
Job's done.
So he can either kill himself against that with both, or hit over here and stay with that alive. But if he pops any type of spell, he's gonna kill his own stuff. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Rocketeer comes up. It's gonna kill my Shieldwind Yeti. Okay, so yeah, that card is just essentially removal. He's left with 2 mana, so he's actually gonna hit my Berserker and goes in for 3 and hits me for an additional 1. Urgh. This is not going well. Not going well at all. Arcane Intellect. Well, at least we can draw more cards. Problem is, if I bring out my Acer Drake, he's just gonna simply sack his Acer Drake against it, and he keeps that other guy on the field. 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, but I can't really do much against it because I only have the ability to deal 1 damage, and that's it. So yeah, we're just gonna have to sack our Drake, I guess. Sack a Drake, get another card. I guess that one helps out later on, but yeah, he's just simply gonna trade the Drakes and keep the Wild Power Mancer on the field, and then deal unspeakable horrors to me.
You call that a win?
Oh no, so he's actually gonna keep that on the field. Okay, so he wants to spell power. Brood Masters it back to his hand. Very nice. He's gonna be able to call another card, so at least we know that's an Acer Drake. It's a little glitch there. It is beta, guys, so sorry about that. So let's see here. So PD Kodo doesn't help us. We can put down the Thalmor Farseer. We can put down this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
What to do?
So
What to do?
yeah, I think that's kind of the only thing we can do. So out comes the Sorcerer's Apprentice. We are going to pop a Conic Hole on these guys. We're going to bring out the Thalmor Farseer and hit the guy with the highest damage again, so he dies next turn if possible. If possible, I don't think I can actually kill it, but whatever. So out comes the Acer Drake. Oh, Flame Strike, right. Never mind. And he pops it for 1. I just can't catch a break. Another Acer Drake for me to sacrifice. Yay. And my own Flame Strike comes out, which we could use, but it's not going to help us. I mean, we can't use right now. I mean, we can use it later, but I don't think it's going to do a lot for us. Spellbreaker I could use, but there's nothing really to silence here. This guy already used his Battle Cry, and this guy already used it, so once the other guy comes out, this guy doesn't destroy anything. So it might be the wrong choice to not use him, but I guess in this situation we are going to hit again the guy over here, which he's going to use already to sack against the Acer Drake anyways, but you know, in the event that he doesn't and he has something else, we can kill it the next turn after that. He might be able to fireball my Drake or something. So yeah. That, out comes his Acer Drake, gets another card, he still has 5, and the Ventricle Mercenary comes out and is a pain in my behind. Fireball comes out, I can get rid of the Ventricle Mercenary and silence the Drake, and then deal a little bit of damage to the other guy. So yeah, that is what we're gonna do if we want to stay alive. We're still gonna take more hits, but
I wonder.
yeah. The flame strike only deals 4 damage, which clears out the rest of his board, but doesn't really deal with that big ass dude. So let's kill that off.
Your
Silence
magic
Drake.
shall not save you.
And deal damage to him because it doesn't matter which one I hit him here or he hits me, it's gonna die anyways. But he still has 5 cards to my 2, so that puts me in a tough spot. If he does drop a lot of little dudes right now, though, it puts me in no position to flame strike. Well, there goes a flame strike because I can kill both of those. 6 mana left. Come on, put out another dude if you can, please. Would be very helpful for me. If he doesn't, however, I'll just use a Kodo and kill that other guy. Oh. Flame strike it is. I can flame strike and ping off that guy. And that's about it. So, flame strike. Ping that guy off. And waiting for the next turn. Down to 8 health. If he has a Pyroblast, I'm dead. If he has any spell like a Fireball and something else, I'm dead. He does not have that. Comes out with the River Crocolisk and what?
We must cleanse the
Shattered
Sunwell.
Cleric comes out, so he can do. He kills me next turn unless I get a very good card here. What do I get? Youthful Brewmaster. That doesn't help me at all. Yeah, I'm dead. I mean, I can bring this guy out, it's gonna kill this, but he still has 7 damage right there on the board and the ability to do an 8th damage with his guy. This can return this to my hand, but it doesn't really do anything. This big threat can come out, but he can just bypass it and kill me. So yeah, GG, we're done. So we just bring that out, and we concede.
You win this one. Well played.
So, starting it off like we usually do, with a defeat. And yay, we actually unlocked mirror images for our mage, because we haven't used the mage, aside from the tutorial when we started, so... There we go. So yeah, that didn't go so well, but, well, it went as well as could be expected for me using a mage. Why did I use a mage? Well, because my other option was a rogue, so... Let's go ahead and head straight in. You're still, a little bit ways off on the time anyway, so yeah, it should be good. I want to keep these episodes at around an hour at most. Although I don't know if you guys actually like it in an hour. I'm not getting that much as far as views on this, but I like this game, so I'm going to keep on playing it anyways. And like I said, right now I was just playing because I was rendering a Company Heroes 2 cast, so I just put this game out behind it. So yeah, the render's actually done. Am I gonna close it? Yeah, there we go. And we're still searching. Ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum. There we go. And fiscally responsible mine. So we're up against the hunter. This could be okay.
Let's go hunt.
Okay, so the Wild Pyromancer, I don't think we wanted that early. This guy is a great turn 1 minion. This one we can do later on, the Fireball as well. I'm going to keep the Wild Pyromancer in hand just in case I can combo it later on, but it's going to damage my own minions. But yeah, it's a 2-coster, so even if I don't use its ability, it's still a 3/2 for 2, so it's fine. Got to keep it in the hand. And there we go, we get a Cone of Cold and an Ice Barrier, which we can trigger both of these guys with, so that's excellent. And the coin actually triggers as well, so it's excellent. So go ahead and greetings.
Hello.
He's gonna bring out a boar and hit me for 1.
Greetings, traveler.
I kinda want to bring the guy out here, but I also want to just ping him. I think I'm going to save this and use it next turn. Yeah, we're just going to put the Mana Worm out there. If he wants to run the boar straight into it, that's fine. Although he could potentially Arcane Shot and use the boar to clear it out, but I don't lose a lot doing that. I don't think, at least. I wasn't sure about using the coin just to, you know, fire blast it. So he's gonna clear out my guy with both of his. No, actually he's going for me. Okay. So in this case, then we are going to. How do we do this? We can get the Summoner's Apprentice out and coin into a 1 cost, but we don't have the ability to do a 1 cost, so that doesn't help us. So in this case, we are going to just hit here and call it a day. So we hit that, and we hit there, and that's it. No need to spend the coin just yet because I was only going to be hitting for 1. So what else does he got? Animal Companion comes out, and that is the Mage, big taunter. Okay. So now we can coin into a 4. This guy gains +1 attack for every spell. So we do this and this. I mean, this deals 1 damage to it, making my guy a 2/2.
What to do?
And
What to do?
so if I get this guy out, I would have 1 mana left, and I can coin into this. Yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. Okay, so we're going to Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Someday I'll be just like you.
And we get the coin out to get up to 2, buffing this guy up. And let's see, if we buff this guy up another time, he only gets 3. So yeah, I do have to use the Cone of Cold, which is kind of sucky because of the fact that I can't use it to, you know, deal with more guys. But it is how we're gonna have to deal with this. So 1, and there we go. And we can use next turn the Wild Pyromancer and the Ice Barrier in the same turn to deal area of effect 1 damage if he brings out a lot more little guys, and he doesn't kill my Sorcerer's Apprentice. However, he only shoots at me, so that's fine by me. So in this case, we're actually going to bring out the Cold Master since there's no big threats on the field right now.
Join or die.
And hit him for 3. What is his response? Problem is that these 2 guys are 2 health, and this Pyromancer is just gonna damage them. But I only have 1 spell so far, so I don't know. Kodo is also available next turn, which we can use to kill something with 2 attack, if you know, if it brings out a weak creature as far as attack goes. Something like a, you know, the Silverback Patriarch that I talk about, the 1/4 taunt. If he wants to try to stop me there, I can use that to kill it and just keep on going.
Glory to the Sindora.
Blood Knight comes out at 3. It's a very weird card to get it to work properly. It removes all Divine Shield and gains +3/+3 for every Divine Shield lost. But you know, you would have to use it most effectively. You would have to rely on your opponent having Divine Shield. So Gurubashi Berserker is an option here. We can sack our Apprentice if we wanted to. Do we want to? I don't think we do, though. We can deal 1 damage with this, and that's about it. This doesn't kill it. So, as much as I like my Apprentice, I think we have to sack it and put out the Gurubashi Berserker out there. So yeah, I don't want to have this 3 killing my my guy. So, Gurubashi Berserker comes out. Down goes the Apprentice. That gets us a card. Yay. Card draw for next turn. Here we go.
Job's done.
And now, I actually do want to use that Wild Pyromancer, and probably the card draw to deal AoE damage to whatever comes out here, and enrage my Berserker. I have how much? 6 next turn, so that's 3, 4, 5. I'm 1 shy of being able to ping him again. If I had my Sorcerer's Apprentice, that's fine. Savannah Hymen comes out. That is a very nasty creature, very high health, and the problem is that it does it summons two hyenas when it dies, so it's a very, very good creature. I can't just simply silence it and sack my Berserker against it. That's an option. This guy would die, which is unfortunate, but I think it is the best choice. I silence it, ping it, and do that. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So Spellbreaker comes out, silence that guy. We ping our own, enrage it so that it has enough damage to kill it. Sack it, get another card from our Cult Master, which is a Blizzard, very nice, and hit him for 4.
Who's next?
Job's done.
There we go. Okay. So, sucks to lose the Berserker, but I think I wanted to keep his field clear because, well, they do have explosive shot and multi-shot, but generally speaking, hunters don't have that much AoE. So brings out a Sunwalker. It's a very good, very nice taunt. It's a 4/5 for 6, which isn't that great, but it has Divine Shield. But since I'm a mage, I can just simply ping it and, you know, deal extra damage to it some other way. But how do we want to do this? Let's see. We have 7 mana. We can ping it with one of this. Bring out the summoner. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're gonna do that. It's gonna put our Cult Master a little bit low, but yeah, so deals 1 damage and just sack this guy. So okay, so ping the shield, bring out the Wild Pyromancer.
Do you like to play with fire?
Draw 2 cards. It's a Questing Adventurer and a Cobalt Geomancer. Does the effect, burns everybody for 1. I hit him with my Spellbreaker. Old Master gets me another card, and I hit him for 4. There we go.
Thank you.
So now we have 3, 6, 7, 8 cards. So we're actually a little bit high on cards now, so we have to be careful. Starving Buzzard comes out. Another Starving Buzzard comes out, so if he brings a beast, it's going to give him 2 cards. Gets 1 card off the bat. Very nice. And what is the follow-up? What is le up and follow? The problem is here that with this Wild Pyromancer, I'm actually going to kill my own guys. I could sack it depending on what he brings onto the field, though. Let's see. Okay, so we are going to do it that way then. Because I don't want to lose my Cult guy if I don't need to. I can sack my Wild Pyromancer against his Flesh-Eating Ghoul, and then just simply Blizzard. Play the Questing Adventurer and Blizzard. Gives me a little bit of a strong guy there. So yeah, we're gonna play the Questing Adventurer. Is that the best way to do it? I think it is, yeah. Because I want to keep my Cult Master out there because it's been doing very well so far. So we sack this. Gives us another card. And then we Blizzard, killing off his guys because these guys are gonna draw 2 cards if he has any beasts. There we go. And we hit him for another 4. And the Questing Adventurer can get huge next turn because we have a lot of low-costing cards. We have the Kobold, the Novice Engineer, the Leper Gnome, and we have what, 9? So that's 2, 4, 5. And probably we can use an Ice Barrier. Ah, Silence comes out. Very nice. Oh well, that changes that.
Well played.
Well played.
Okay, so what do we do in this turn then? Can we kill him? He has 11 health. That's 4, 5, 6, 7 damage that I can do by myself. So I need 4 more. I can add 1 if I just bring this guy out and kill him myself. So we need 3 more.
What to do?
No, I don't actually have any way of killing him this turn. So let's just do as best as we can. So this guy is going to come out and kill this. There he goes. This guy comes out and is going to kill that. This guy's kind of useless now, so we're just simply going to sack him.
Accepted.
And we are going to put out our No, we don't want another card. We are going to put out the Fairy Dragon. And hit him for 4. So he's dead next turn, unless he can clear the board or put a big taunter or something. But he only has 2 cards, so who knows what it can do. Hits me for another 2. Goes with the commando on that. Very nice. Gets me another card. Fireball.
Well fought.
And GG. So
Well
first
played.
game. That went very well. that Cold Master actually paid for itself like 10 times over. Never actually died. Stayed alive the whole game, just giving me cards after cards after cards. I was a little bit skeptical at the first, you know, sacrificing my Mana Worm, but yeah, turns out that was the right choice. So very nice. I like. So we're 1-1. So at least we got ourselves a win. If we lose 2 in a row here, I mean, I wasn't expecting to do very well with the Mage, but you know we did okay that game. Like I said, that is the nature of arenas. You can't really build a very good deck unless you're very lucky. So sometimes your opponent just doesn't have the cards that he needs. So here we go, another game, and that is going to be against a rogue. Let's see if we were correct in not picking the rogue, or if the rogue is going to kick our ass.
You asked for it.
So these 2 guys are great, but not great for the starting hand, so send them back. Mulligan, and yeah. Like I said, this is a 3-2 for 2, so I'm fine with it. Arcane Explosion, that's great. I can actually combo it with this in turn 4 and do 2 damage to everything in the field. But we don't have a turn 1 move. Aesir Drake is just a solid card, but it's 5 cost, so it's going to be a while. And the Ice Barrier could also be triggered by this guy later on if needed. So I'm not going to pump that Wild Pyromancer, because like I said, I can use him for 4 cost to do 2 damage to everything on the field. So I am simply going to... Do I want to bring out the Leper Gnome now and just let him kill it? Or do I just want to Fireball?
What to do?
It is the most mana efficient way to do it, so... You know what? I kind of want him to not be able to put anything on the field, I think. No, you know what? I'm just going to hit him. I don't know if that's the right choice, but yeah. We just hit him. And let's see what he brings out. So he's just going to use his daggers and hit me. Uses the coin instead, and is going to bring out the Gaidar Scrub. No, Harvest Golem. Okay. Interesting choice. So in this scenario, I can do what? What can I do? What can I do? I can put this guy out and mirror image next to it so that he has to deal with them. I could also just ping that and hit it with this, forcing him to maybe get a dagger and kill it before he can deal with that. I think that might be a better choice. Yeah, let's go ahead and ping it and put out the Leper Gnome. So that means he's going to go with the daggers, hit the guy, and still keep on swinging with his Harvest Golem, and maybe even getting another 2 health creature on the field and allowing me to do the combo. No, he's just simply going to shiv it. Okay, draws himself a card, takes 2 damage. Fine by me. Shiv costs 2, it's the same as doing the daggers. Doesn't take more damage though, so a little bit of an, you know, meh, but... So we can hit it once again, and... This is not a good thing to put. I could just simply do the AoE, but I want to have more stuff on the field. This and this is probably the best bet. Although I do want to kind of hit him so they can kill it next turn. Yeah, we're gonna skip 1 mana. And we're just simply gonna mirror image to take, you know, hits.
Job done.
And next turn we can kill the golem. Golem is gonna swing into one of those and hit it, but let's see what he comes out with onto the field. There goes one of the taunters, and what else you got?
Just me and Mr. Bitey.
Okay. So... Well, actually, now it puts me in a tough spot, because if I pop that, I can kill just one of these, and then he can kill my Wild Pyromancer. No, I'm just saving it as a 4-cost 2 damage. This can come down. I guess I'm just going to put down an Aesir Drake. Although, maybe I just want to ping that and do the 3 here and just take more damage. Yeah. I think we might be able to take damage, so let's go ahead and put out a secret. Kill that guy off. Make it summon its 2-1 damage golem. And there we go. This isn't going as great as it could have, but, well, let's see what he does. He can swing in with any of those and then hit me for 4. Gonna pop my secret, meaning that it's going to give the Ice Barrier. Not a Vaporize like you would have thought, and we absorb all that damage to our armor. Still has 5 mana, however, so let's see what he casts with that.
Give me a quest.
Questing Adventurer comes out. Can he do another? Yes, he can't actually get another card out, so that's actually perfect for us because that's going to allow us to kill his Questing Adventurer before it gets out of control. 2-4. I could do it with 2-4-6, or just use this for pinging. 2-4-6, 2-4-5 doesn't help us really. So yeah, so let's go ahead with Wild Pyromancer.
Do you like to play with fire?
And the Arcane Explosion. And we're not gonna get this guy out because he could kill it with this or kill both. So we're just going to ping here. There we go. So he's probably gonna sack that mechanic against the Wild Pyromancer, so it doesn't trigger again the AoE. And let's see what he does with 6 mana. So at least we cleared the board. That is what I was trying to do, and the Questing Adventurer died, which I'm very happy with. Very, very happy with. So he goes in for 2.
I'll put it on your
Oh, very nice.
Well played.
Hits that, takes 3 damage to the face, and can summon that Dragon Link later on again.
Thank you.
Okay, so annoying is annoying, but well, let's go ahead and draw ourselves a card. And we can't actually get it there, so let's just get the Fairy Dragon out there. Fairy Dragon can't be targeted, so might allow us to keep it alive. Probably gonna sack the Brewmaster against the Drake, and then bring out the mechanic once again with other stuff onto the field. He can swing into the Fairy Dragon if he wants to for 1 damage, but he would take 3 damage himself. Or kill the Fairy with the Brewmaster. Oh, looks like he's actually just gonna use Betrayal and kill the Fairy like that. So, and then he goes and kills it with the Brewmaster. No, Eviscerate, very nice combos. Damn, combos are very strong with the rogues. You remember where I was saying that they weren't that good? Yeah, I was wrong. They're pretty great. Okay. So that puts us in a very, very awkward spot. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can drop my Sorcerer's Apprentice. Do this for 4, 2, 4. And no, I can't actually cast this. I'm 1 short of being able to cast it. So I could simply bring this out and draw cards.
What to do? What to do?
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me!
Job's done.
Mirror Image and Fireball comes out. Okay. So we're okay as far as cards goes. If he can't actually kill my guy there, I can use the Mirror Image almost for free. Yeah, actually for free if I put out the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Although the Sorcerer's Apprentice is now going to cost me 5. So not a lot of savings going on there, but it is a big threat that he has to deal with.
Just
Gonna bring back the
Mr.
Dragon Link
Bite.
mechanic. Okay, putting a lot of threats on the field. He can hit me for 5. He hits me for 1, so that makes it 7. Okay.
Not good. Mind if I roll
And the Loot Hoarder comes out. Okay. And he knifes. Okay. Spellbreaker doesn't help me here. I mean, it helps me against this guy just so he doesn't draw a card, but that's not great. Not gonna spend 6 damage, although I could spend the 6 damage just to clear this out if I wanted to. Do I want to? I don't think I do, though. This thing can come out, but it gets killed by both. This thing comes out as well. I could polymorph it, but I think I want to save the polymorph. So I think 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because this is going to cost me free, is probably the best choice. So let's go ahead and draw ourselves a card. Cone of Cold. Cone of Cold's actually pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to go Cone of Cold instead. Cost me 3, 4, 5, so I can just put my Sorcerer's Apprentice down and Cone of Cold. Yeah. Yeah, because it's going to make it cost 2. Okay, so Sorcerer's Apprentice comes out.
Just like you.
Oh, and I can actually cost this for 0. Very nice. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hopefully not get killed, but here we go. So out comes for 2 damage. Kills everything, leaves that guy frozen, and mirror images come out just to be annoying. And there we go. So he can't hit me with his mechanic, and he can bring stuff onto the field to hit me with, but puts me in a very good position, although he has a lot of cards still. Spellbreaker and Polymorph out to deal with big threats, as well as Fireball.
It's time for a little blood.
Probably gonna Spellbreaker that.
My shield for Argus.
Definitely gonna Spellbreaker that. Or I could just polymorph it. Or fireball it. I don't know. Kinda don't want to run my entire hand out though, but I may not have a choice. We do get a Flame Strike, however, and the Flame Strike hits for 5 damage, so that is what it's going to be. Sorry, dude. Flame Strike comes out. For 1, hit him for 3, hit him for 4. So he is almost dead next turn. Actually, he's dead next turn. He wasn't dead just yet. Oh my god, I thought about it for a second, but no, that's only 7 damage. Uses Sprint, draws 4 cards. He only has 3 mana left, so yeah, he's dead next turn. Betrayal kills that off, but unless he kills the dragon, he's still dead. Goes in for the Taunter, 1 left, and yeah, that's gonna be it. So, well played, dude.
Well played.
And victory 2! Woohoo! That was a tough fight. I mean, pretty prolonged. It still was 23 health, so, you know, not that desperate, but it was a prolonged fight, which was kind of difficult for me. So, 2 Frost Novas. 2 Frost Novas, so very nice. So I'm getting more cards for that. 6 out of 10, still 4 more cards left to unlock on the Mage. But I see here that we've actually hit over the hour mark, so we are going to leave it there today. Probably going to pick it up tomorrow after recording some more Company Heroes. So 2 wins, 1 loss, not bad. We still have ourselves a little buffer there as far as losses, and yeah. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.